Alright, y'all. Today is going to be a little bit of a different video. I'm going to go in depth about recovery because this is my recovery day. I am still very active during my recovery days, like stretching, abs, cardio. I will usually go outside for cardio today, but I'm going to do it inside, and I'm going to show y'all what I do for cardio inside. So, because it's super cold where I live right now, so, yeah. I'm gonna do a voiceover over the whole video because it might be a little bit longer video, but yeah, I'm gonna show y'all what I do. We're still gonna train abs every day. I mean, we always train abs every day. I just don't post it on YouTube because the YouTube videos are gonna be super long and it's gonna take way longer to upload. So yeah, we're gonna hop on some abs. So it's still gonna be maximum intensity, but I will tell y'all more about intensity wise about what I do on my active recovery days. I'll go more in depth of that in the voiceover. Just, be patient, and everything will be like, I'll go through everything, trust. But yeah, we're gonna hop into like a set of like some ab raises, some ab leg raises and knee raises, and just going through the ab workout, and I'll be doing a voiceover over it. So yeah, let's go.
All right, my bad if y'all hear me sniff a little bit because it's really cold outside, and so yeah. I was over here doing leg raises. I really only showed the clips of me going to failure because the clips were super long. I'm not trying to make this video that long, right? I just wanted to give y'all like a little sneak peek of like how my active recovery days are. And in my opinion, I think everybody should have active recovery days. You should be doing light stretching every day, and on your rest days or recovery days, you should be like, warming up your rotator cuffs, making sure you stretch almost every muscle group, your chest, your biceps, your triceps, making sure your joints are happy, like my shoulders. I'm heavy on shoulders for sure. I'm not gonna risk a shoulder injury throughout the week lifting heavy because I didn't want to stretch or do any shoulder mobility exercises and, sacrifice my shoulder because I wanted to lift heavy, right? So that is always the main priority to me is recovery, right? If your main priority is not recovery, then you have a way higher risk of getting injured, or you have a way higher risk of just not being mobile in general. Like, you want to be able to be mobile and you want to be strong at the same time, right? And here I did some sit-ups. Like, I did multiple ab exercises. I did ab rollers with the dumbbells, sit-ups, and the leg raises, the knee raises. So yeah, I just wanted to go over like a few crucial points about lifting this active recovery day because it's like I'm bored. It's Sunday. I go back to school tomorrow. Like, I might as well, right? So let's get to my training style really quick. The way I train, right now, people would tell me that my training style is like, since I'm new to lifting, like I'm 2 months into lifting, that I'm getting like newbie gains right now, right? Like, I'm not, like, obviously I'm going to progress no matter what, right? And the fatigue isn't accumulating yet. But me personally, how I think of it as, it's like, if I'm going to train, right, I'm going to train like beyond fail. I'm going to train past my limits because that's how I enjoy training, right? So when I train, it's like, yes, there's going to be fatigue if I train to failure every set, but I'm not going to sacrifice my enjoyability of the lift just for some little fatigue, right, that I can easily deal with, right? And I haven't dealt with any fatigue problems yet. So until that day comes where I deal with fatigue problems, which is probably not because I'm very smart about how I train and how I recover, right? I'm heavy on my recovery. Like, I sleep right, I hydrate before on my lifts, I carb up before on my lifts, no matter what, right? There's no in between. I always do that. If you don't, I would recommend that you do start doing that, right? Because first of all, if you carb up before your lift, it's just gonna be better for you. You're just gonna feel better. You're gonna be able to move weight up easier because I could really like talk about this for like a whole hour straight, but because I know a lot about it. So when you eat carbs before your workout, carbs, I mean, most of the lifters that are serious or even people that are beginning know about this, but I just want to like point it out either way. Like, if you carb up before you lift, right? Carbs, they pull water into your muscles. They hydrate your muscles, and it gives you overall energy, carbohydrates, because it gives you energy, right? More energy, better lift, better enjoyability, right? So that's the way I think of it as, right? Training is only complicated if you make it complicated yourself. If you have a program, right, and it's working for you, and, you know, obviously your gains are not going to come in immediately. Your gains are not going to come in 3 or 4 months in. Like, this is going to take a while. My gains have been coming in, right? Like, I showed y'all a couple of videos ago, like the thumbnail. Y'all see the difference, 2-3 months apart. And I've only been training for like 2 months seriously. So yeah, the gains have been coming in, right? It's nothing crazy. Like, I'm not big yet, but there's a difference, and that's all that matters. So as long as I know that I'm my body is changing and my strength is increasing every session, and I feel good about my lifts, and I don't feel any fatigue accumulating, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, right? No matter what nobody tells me, because I know that I'm progressing. I know that I'm gaining strength. I know that I'm gaining muscle. So, you know, what's the point of stopping now? What's the point of changing my routine if all this is happening, right? So until a day comes where this doesn't work anymore, which I highly doubt, and I don't even like bringing it up because, like, I don't want to stop this split. Like, I really love doing this split, but, you know, it's fine. I'll bring it up anyway. Because it's like, it's something that needs to be talked about. People say, don't train in that 3 to 5 rep range. You know, stick to 4 to 12. Keep the tension on the muscles. Like, no, that's outdated. I'm sorry to break it to you. If you train in that 4 set to 12 reps and you leave like 3 reps in reserve, like, you're not training hard and you're not maximizing your muscle growth as much as you can. I can understand if you're like an injured person, you have wrist problems, shoulder problems, right? Back problems, anything like that. But if you're a healthy teenager and you have no injuries and you're capable of lifting heavy and you've done your research and you energize before your lifts, you recover hard, you are completely fine, right? Even if you don't, like, recover, well, I mean, nah. If you don't recover, I mean, you're kind of just cooked, I'm not gonna lie. Because you don't get enough sleep, your lifts are gonna be bad if you lift heavy because, what's it called? Your CNS, if you train a failure, if you train the way I do and you don't get enough sleep, your CNS is still going to be fried the next day. Your CNS recovers when you sleep. So that's why I'm very heavy on sleep, and that's why I always get my 8 hours in, my 8 or 9 hours, 9 to 10 sometimes too, right? And I always get my meals in, no matter what. I eat breakfast at school. I eat breakfast at home before I go to school. And then at school, I get breakfast. And then I eat lunch at school. And then after I come home, I eat a little snack before my lift. And then after my lift, I eat a post-workout meal. And then I eat dinner, right? You got to take it as seriously as that. If you don't take it as seriously as that, then, I mean, like, do you really want it that bad? Like, think to yourself. I mean, I can understand, like, people that, you know, are not rich or are wealthy. I mean, I'm not wealthy myself, right? I'm not a millionaire. I'm not over here. I'm not going to be able to go to, you know, I'm not able to meal prep anything that I want. I'm not able to, you know, cook chicken every day or make eggs every day, right? Because it's not like I'm not finna blow all that money for that, right? So honestly, there's so many people that have gained muscle, gained strength, and yes, eating right is good and healthier long term, and it might give you a little bit more progress, but it's not gonna be huge progress. Don't get it mistaken, right? Like, on a scale, like, honestly, bro, if you just eat enough, you get your protein in, you carb up before you lift, you hydrate, you're gonna see basically just as much progress as a person that's eating healthy, right? You're gonna see just as much. I mean, they're probably gonna feel better than you because they're eating healthy, right? They're getting the nutrients that their body needs, and they're replenishing those electrolytes, etc. You could do all that even without eating healthy, but that's besides the point, right? You don't need much. You don't need to do much, bro, to live correctly, right? It's not like if you don't eat healthy, or if you don't eat as optimal as people want you to, you're not gonna grow. You're not gonna grow in strength. You're not gonna progress at all. Like, no, that's not wrong. Like, if anybody ever tells you that and say your diet is cooked but you're seeing progress, then they're just being very ignorant. Like, I'm sorry. Like, people will tell you, don't eat cereal for like before your lift, but cereal is like a really good carb source that you can prioritize before your lift if you can't eat anything like eggs or steak or rice, right? Like, you can do that. Like, that's an alternative, and you can do it every day if you wanted to, and your lips will still be good, right? Just make sure you get like bananas, cereal, milk, and try to prioritize the things that give you carbs most. And this is also what I ate before this active recovery day. It was some eggs. It was like an omelet with some veggies. And usually I don't even eat that before my lifts. I just wanted to show it for an example. But usually every time I get home from school and I'm about to lift, I usually just get a bowl of cereal, some milk, a banana, or any fruit alternative. I drink 48 ounces of water before my lift, always 48 ounces, right? I drink 2 bottles because my bottle's 24 ounces. I always drink 2 bottles, right? And it's always best to be as hydrated as possible, but you don't want to overhydrate, so you're like pissing yourself the whole lift. But you get what I'm saying. So yeah, this was a pretty short video, but I enjoyed talking to y'all. So, I'm gonna catch y'all on tomorrow's lift. It's gonna be a chest and back day. And yeah, let's go, man.